Welcome to Stuck, Time to Improv. I'm Mary Scott with Business Riff, and I want startups to be wildly successful. Today, we're going to be talking about AI in your marketing plan for startups. And our special guest is Hector Barresi from Sextant International. Thanks for coming, Hector.
Hey Mary, how are you doing? Glad to be here again. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, definitely. So, we're talking specifically AI in marketing for startups. Why should they consider this?
When a startup is ready with a perfect product that they've been developing for some time, everything is fine. Now they have to go out and sell it and start making money and really growing the company and scaling out, getting more funding, finding new investors, etc. And typically, these companies do not have a formal marketing organization. They may have the CEO or CEO acting as a CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, but definitely they like the infrastructure, the resources, and AI here is a great aid because it can fulfill a number of functions and activities that they don't have the capability to accomplish. Let me break this down into four pieces at least. First of all, you need to define strategically where you want to sell it, what's your target market, what's the segment. Happened to me in one case that this company had an eye tracking technology, could be used in defense, aerospace, marketing, and in medical. Where do you go when you don't have a strong sales force? You can only focus on one. So AI can help you understand what's the best market where you can start generating revenue very quickly, where the barriers to entry are lower. So AI can help you with the strategy for the go-to-market. Will save you a lot of time and will avoid you a lot of failure because you're not going to focus on markets that don't have the potential that you need where you are. So strategy is the first thing. Now that you are clear on the target markets, that you have mapped it, that you know the trends, the potential, thanks to AI. Now, what are you going to do? What's the actual plan, right? Your business development is going to be based on phone calls, networking, partnerships, external sales channels, distribution. What is it going to be? The next step where AI is great is in analyzing all the different options that you have to deploy your go-to-market strategy and basically build a go-to-market strategy for you at the high level, right? So what the channels, what the story, what the value proposition, how do you justify your price, what are the best channels, alternative channels, digital versus physical distribution. AI can do all that for you.
What are the prompts that people need to use to actually get the answers to those
Well,
questions?
we're going to get there because the issue right now is the prompts. You have heard about prompt engineering, etc. And the better your prompts, the better the responses. But still, you can't have the perfect prompts, and you can spend a lot of time by training yourselves. So the reality is that there are a lot of companies that have been developing apps. Basically, you have a human machine interface where you basically enter your needs, where it is numbers, revenue, time, um, target markets, etc. And the app calculates all that for you and writes internally behind the scenes the prompts for you. I'm a big user of ChatGPT and the Copilot, but I also use specific apps for market research, for content creation, and so on for videos. So once you have this go-to-market pretty much defined, thanks to the interaction between you and the AI, the next thing is what are the different blocks of this go-to-market, right? It's going to be networking, it's going to be email marketing, it's going to be website creation, podcasting, it's going to be finding the distribution channels, demos, appointments. There's a lot of things that have to be done. And remember, this startup doesn't have all these resources, right? So what are the top three or top five things that match, that satisfy the go-to-market plan that are going to be the most effective? And this is again where AI really excels, is in analyzing a lot of data, extracting conclusions and making recommendations, right? That's why it's called generative, because it generates this useful information that you can act upon. So now you have the strategy, the go-to-market, the top three main action that you're going to execute in the next 60 to 90 days. And now you're saying, okay, how do I create this content? And this is again where generative AI can help you put together application notes, newsletters, advertisements, storytelling, value propositions. So you go really from a very general 10,000, 30,000 feet use of AI, even deeper, deeper and deeper and more specific into really the content creation and
If
what
there's going to
this
be
person.
hallucination, it's going to happen in the content, in the smaller spaces. So that's where it's way most important to read stuff and edit stuff and check stuff.
And you have to iterate, which is interesting, is that when you start strategizing, you can go back and enter some new constraints, saying what you are saying is this, and this market, this particular way. But how about this? How about the risk of this not happening? Or what about the competition? How you analyze this particular competitor? And so the hallucination gets more under control and could be pretty much minimized by you interacting with the AI and challenging.
Okay, so
So
strategy and a go-to-market plan
you
and
have, and then you have the different aspects of the go-to-market, and then the content creation, right? Which was newsletters, advertisements,
right.
testimonials. You can do really a lot of things in terms of content creation. Websites. There are apps that will create a website. There are apps that will develop a pitch for the startups to go in front of an investor and pitch their company and get and do fundraising. Now you have all these beautiful things that you know what you want to do, where you want to present your product, what you want to tell them, and now you have to start emailing people, making phone calls. You need to start putting appointments on your calendar and have people taking care of the phone calls. And now is when you need what? Automation. Really, this is when everything comes to, okay, now we need to make it happen. I don't have any people to do it. I'm the CMO, COO, and CEO of the startup. I cannot do all of this. So you can always have, subcontract a virtual assistant or a virtual agency somewhere in the world, trying to do it at the minimum possible cost, or you can combine it with AI and have some automation done through different tools that will do automatic emailing for you, automatic LinkedIn contacts for you, making appointments for you, following up for you, all of that while you're still busy, managing your company and trying to get these products on the market. So it's a cycle, it's a process that you actually need to follow. I will not just start at the bottom with the automation unless you have everything else defined, because unless you know what you're going to automate, it's not going to give you the benefits that you need, right? And really
Right.
the impact that you
So
need.
this has been really helpful. The four main areas that people need to pay attention to, and I will include a link in comments so people can get more information from Hector Barresi. Thank you so much for coming. And I'm
Thank you for
Mary Scott
inviting me.
with Business Ref. I want startups to be wildly successful. And one of the best things you can do to accomplish that is book a call with me at businessriff.com. And join us again next time for Stuck, Time to Improv.